Welcome. This is our continuing videos on how to use our new and improved web services and our websites. First off, Daubers has changed their site completely. It's a different format and everything else. You'll be able to go in and look at different things while you're here, but let's focus on just the parts and services. Of course, it's www.daubers.com, then we come over here to parts and services. Okay, with parts and services, this is going to bring you over here to the Daubers website. As you can see, there's no login, no email. Now the reason for this is we give you the ability, as we mentioned in the previous video, and if you haven't seen it you might want to take a look at it, to give you the ability to look up anything you want. You can go ahead and if you know the part number, just type it in. If you're looking for a manual, figure out which manual you're looking for and everything else. But at a certain point you're going to have to do an order, okay? And when you do an order, you're going to want to be able to go ahead and log in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set up and register. Now some of these are pre-filled, they won't be on yours, but because I've done this is my third time doing this, you'll see a lot of the information that comes in that's pre-filled and everything else. So I'm going to come in here and go ahead and put in our names. Okay. And let's say Haas Media Consultants is a media consulting firm that they have a kitchen, a full service cafeteria that they keep their staff on, like Google does or something like that. Okay, so with this I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my job title in here as the owner of the company, but you can go ahead and you can set up anybody else in your office to go ahead and sign in as a person who can look at it. What you want to do is if you have like your billing department, you want to sign them up so they can see everything, we'll set that up so they'll do that. And if you just want your chef or your service manager to go in there and just be able to schedule appointments, we can set them up and limit to what they can see and what they can't see. So for myself, I'm going to go ahead and put owner in here, and then I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to bring this up to make sure everybody can see this. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to go ahead and put in others type of company, because let's say it's a law firm or something like that with a cafeteria, and then the same thing down here that it's an other. We're not into the food service, but we do have food service. Under the account, I don't know what my account is. I'm brand new to Daubers. I'm brand new to ordering parts. I have no idea what's going on. All I know is that I've got this giant rational or large piece of cooking equipment that somebody says we need parts for. So the next thing is I'm going to come in here, I'm going to put in my address all the way down, go ahead and type in what you need to do. Now the nice thing about this is you can do the pull down menu and go through it all, or you can just hit the first letter of the state that you live in. And for us it's 3. You hit the letter V 3 times, and then you go from there. And then you put in your zip code. Phone numbers help. That way we can get a hold of you if there's a problem in setting up the account. And now the most important thing is the email on this pretty much drives everything. For this account, as the owner, I want it to go directly to me, so I'm going to set it up to my email account. Now there's different accounts that I have. I can use you can use Gmail, you can use Yahoo, you can use Hotmail, or you can use your company account. If you don't have an email, create a Gmail account. It's one of the best ones, it's one of the more secured ones. Okay, so the next step is you go ahead and you hit submit. And then once you submit, then what they're going to do is they're going to turn around and the system is going to send you a an email to your account. So here's admin at Daubers, register service and parts, and what they did is they go ahead and they send you, say, okay, we now know that you want to be a customer, we now know you want to be everything, we're going to take care of you, and we're going to make sure that everything's up and going, and we're going to make sure that the information that we have on file is correct. Okay, so once you get that email, the next thing you're going to get is a second email. Let me see here. So as you can see during the break, not during the break, but as you can see, the email that you had received the first time was the email saying that we know you're registered. The second one is we've approved you, we've set everything up. So we're going to go over here to email, and then we're going to come in here, and this is the password that you need. Now this is your logon right here. Your logon is your email. So the next step would be to go back here to the Daubers window, come up here back to the home site. Okay, and then what you do is you put in your login name and your password, and you hit OK. Now the way I do the password is all I do is I right click and then I paste it in place and put the password in there. Okay, so next thing you do is you go ahead and you hit go, and that logs you into the account that you basically belong to. In this case, it's our test subject account. Now, there's a number of different things that we're going to talk about, but for today, we're just going to talk about the part where you have to update your password. So I'm going to go over here to where it says My Account. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to put in the old password. All I do is I just Control, paste, put that in there, and then I go ahead and I put in the new password. Okay. Now what you want to do here is you also want to confirm that the email that's here is the correct email. So you want to double check this and make sure this email is correct, and that way you'll be able to receive emails. Then you just hit the update button. Now what's going to happen is it's going to log you out because the password that you logged in with doesn't work. So you come back up here and you put in the new password. And then you hit go. And now you're logged in. You're logged in with any discounts you might have, or plus with all your addresses and everything's all set up. In the next videos, as you go back and look, you're going to be able to go in and I'll go through and we'll go through and explain the accounts, your cart, my equipment, and quick orders. Okay, for now, that's all. I hope you had a great time. Come back and see the next video.